a warm welcome to each and every one of you, and thank you again for joining us for this webinar. Over the past couple of weeks, we've really engaged and spoken a lot about the power of the Geotab Africa SDK and the solutions that we can provide for different companies and the big data around that. And in today's webinar, we're going to explore a little bit more into that and obviously get a lot more clarity from what can the SDK and this big data do for you and your business. We've got a couple of, we've got a case study that we will share with you, and then obviously we'll go quite into depth with regards to the SDK. And to share his knowledge and his understanding of the SDK, we've got Romeo McKay from Gerber Tech. He runs and is the MD of Gerber Tech. A very warm welcome to you, Romeo.
Thanks for that introduction there, Ryan. Good morning to everyone.
Before you go on, Romeo, so ladies and gentlemen, please, it is an interactive webinar. Should there be any questions that you require or anything like that, please feel free to ask at the bottom of the question and answer. We will then obviously definitely answer that a little bit later. But please, through the presentation, feel free to post your questions there and we will take a look at that. Romeo, my apologies for interrupting you, but yes, please, the floor is yours. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thanks, Ryan. Good morning to everyone. So as Ryan said, my name is Romeo McKay. I'm representing Gerber Tech today. We are a bespoke software development house focusing on telematics, and we consider ourselves as system integrators and have over 13 years of experience on building on top of the MyGeotab platform. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through a little bit about what an open platform is and what it allows you to do. We'll then go into the last mile delivery application that we built on top of the MyGeotab platform called Trip Builder. And then we'll go into how we applied that to a particular company called GPH. All right, shall we begin? So first of all, an open platform basically gives you access to the underlying data in a system, right? And it enables you to share data across multiple platforms. So for instance, if you wanted to integrate some of your fleet information into your accounting package, both of those systems would have to be open platform systems that will allow you to do that. So it allows for expandability, for integration, for automating and, common tasks and so forth. MyGeotab allows this access to its open platform through a API, which is basically just a sort of software development kit that allows you to access this information that is underlying. So that's really what an open platform is. And this is what has allowed us to sort of build the Trip Builder system, right? So moving on to the Trip Builder solution, it was originally built for the petroleum industry, where there was a company that was delivering fuel to multiple customers, and it allowed them to basically create an order with a certain amount of products, and these products would then be delivered to particular clients. So Geotab Africa then went a step further and added features like a smart trip, right, where it automatically finds the best vehicle to complete the delivery, and sort of gives you the best route to do that in. We also integrated with Device Magic. Device Magic is really a mobile forms application. So you can create a customized form. That form can then be dispatched to a particular driver. Once the driver completes the order, he then completes the form, and that information is automatically uploaded back into the MyGeotab platform and is immediately available for reporting.
Tell me, Romeo, that when you say sending a form to a driver, could that be in what form of platform? Is it through a tablet? What type of, when you say send the form?
Right. So the form gets sent to a mobile application, right? So it can be downloaded on a phone, it can be downloaded on on a tablet, it can be on iOS, or it can be on Android. It's available in both of those. So for instance, if you wanted to capture the customer's signature, or you wanted the driver to take a picture of the goods, or in the case of GPH, a picture um, uh, of the generator once it's delivered or once it's picked up, you could then design a form, and that form can then be sent to the driver once, and then once he completes his order, he then captures that information. So it's a way of collecting data from the driver's perspective and uploading that information back into the system.
So if you look in a couple of the questions we've had in the field, obviously some of these areas are remote areas, and signal might be a problem. Would he be able to capture this like on an offline system, and once he comes in again, that's uploaded so data isn't lost?
Yes, definitely. So the Device Magic app provides for all of those kinds of things. You can sort of save it offline, and it will upload it as soon as you do have mobile coverage.
Fantastic. So again, and obviously driving the thing is that it would never be lost. Your data is always there. It's not a case of always needing signal and so forth.
Most definitely. You won't lose that information.
Brilliant.
All right. Okay, so this is basically the next slide just shows the sort of process cycle. The orders are created and dispatched from my GeoTab. It then gets dispatched to the Device Magic application that's on the driver's phone or his tablet. The directions also get sent to the Garmin, so the driver knows where to go. He knows the best route to take. And then once he gets there, he then completes the Device Magic form, and all that information appears back into my GeoTab, ready for reporting.
Fantastic. And I'm correct to say then, obviously, over and above, just from the efficiency of delivering the product, this also then ties into driver behavior, safety, ETA of arrivals, all of that as well.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, look, all of the other features that I'm sure you guys will chat more about in these webinars that you guys hold are there. So the basics of my GeoTab are still there, and you can get all of that information.
Well. Yes, correct. Perfect.
All right. So moving on to the use case of GPH. So GPH is a generator and plant hire, South Africa, right? They basically deliver generators to their client base when the generators are needed. They also collect generators that are off hire. They also refuel these generators. So there's different types of jobs that the technicians do, and what they wanted to do is they wanted to upload those orders into a system. They wanted to locate the generators, monitor the progress of an order, and then also they wanted to dispatch trucks loaded with generators using the best route so that they can sort of fulfill their SLAs with their clients. So what we did was we changed the smart trip a little bit so that it takes into consideration the best route for multiple deliveries of generators. It also chooses the best device or the best vehicle to fulfill that based on the particular SLA of the client that needs the delivery. You are also able to add or remove documents, attach images and so forth to a particular order. It sort of also allows you to log service calls, to proactively refuel the sets that are in field. These would all be order types that are sent to technicians so that they could fulfill these jobs. It sort of triggers a collection. So as soon as a ticket comes in, it sort of triggers the collection of the unit as soon as the rental period is terminated. And then of course you can run all types of automated reports by call type, customer, shift, vehicle, to get a 360-degree view of each task done and manage business KPIs. So this is how we use the trip builder to fulfill the requirements of GPH.
Fantastic.
Any questions there on that part?
Nothing as
Rian?
yet. I've got a couple that, but I'll keep it until a bit later. But yes, up
right.
until this point, yes, there's nothing from the panelists yet.
Okay, so I think the next page is the results of the case study. Ryan, I'll pass that over to you if you want to go through that.
Correct. No, thank you. And thank you so much, Romeo. And we'll dive a little bit back, a little bit more into the SDK and questions around this. And this is just to give everyone the understanding and the success of what we've had with GPH, and that's been generator and plant hire. So as Romeo was saying, this was now implemented and they've adopted this customized solution through our SDK, through the Geotab system. And obviously there's just some phenomenal figures that we can talk about, and gets me obviously quite excited, is that if you're looking at the increase of turnover with the same volume of calls at 35%, just by increasing or improving the SLA and the delivery times, 27 million saving on a vehicle operating costs for better utilizations of vehicles. So moving from 150 vehicles to 70. And that I'd like just to pause and just to show the power of the system is that increasing your turnover, but decreasing your fleet from 150 to 70 is what the system stands for. And obviously utilizing the SDK and understanding the customer's needs, we built the solution through Romeo's company to obviously get these results. A reduction of overtime and staff costs of 59 million for more proactive field operations, for better route planning and allocations of calls between teams. Rental fleet utilization from 45% up to 75%. As we can see, some brilliant numbers once again that are shown through here. Total operating costs reduced 144 million. So again, all of that, and this is all within an 18-month span that we've done this, the case studies and the results. On the side there, the MD of Generator and Plant Hire given us a nice quotation with regards to how this customized solution has worked. And again, a bit of a cliche, Romeo, but I mean, the system should not cost you anything. The system's actually saving, and through this case study, look at the savings of that the customer is experiencing through the solution.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with you. We should definitely see something back from using the system. And clearly,
no, exactly.
GPH has. Yeah.
So that is exactly what we are looking at. So we've just got a question here from, I just want to quickly look through here, my apologies. Looking for this in the last mile customization forms, clients' names, confirm supplier, yes or no. If no, enter reason, comment. Sorry, I see it's quite a long question. Are we trying to understand what the system can do? I just want to get clarity on this question. Joshua, if you can just maybe just give me clarity of what you want to achieve on your question there, please. A question from my side as well, Romeo, is, we talk about, the SDK, and we talk about the integrated solution system. So now, talking from a customer's point of view, how do I get started? Where do I start? Who do I contact? Do I do it myself if I've got the abilities? Like I say, when we go out and we talk to customers about our SDKs, is how do they get that process or the conversation started to get the power of the SDK into their business?
Look, I mean, it has to have some kind of application, right? That's why I made the example of, if you want to get information that is inside of my Geotab and you want to pass that into another system, or you want information from another system and you want that information inside of my Geotab, anything that is non-standard, right, would involve the use of the SDK. So the SDK is well documented. There's a link. There are examples on how to use it. You can use it in various languages. They've got sort of wrappers that you can use in different languages. So if you do have the development resources, it's very easy for them to make changes and build on top of my Geotab. If you guys need help in that, you're more than welcome to contact us directly. GerberTech, we can also help you guys do any kinds of integrations.
Yeah. So that's exactly it. So as you're saying, from as simple as pulling through drivers' hours from your HR payroll into that one-click platform, that's where this SDK comes in. And as you just said there now, from giving the ability to the customer to do it himself, should he have that ability, or knocking on GerberTech, Geotab through GerberTech's doors to say, we are here to help you as well. You know, give us your ideas. I always ask customers, if you had a magic wand in your hand, what solution could we provide to better your business? And this is exactly that. Give us your wish list. Let's look at what we can do for you, either through your own resources or, as you just said now, through Geotab and GerberTech, we are able to assist you with that.
Most definitely, agreed.
Brilliant, brilliant. As well, from the SDK again, and we heard from Steve Beer with regards to the integration that they've done through Fleeted on how easy the SDK was to use. Again, can you just maybe give some highlights and feedback on, as you just said earlier, it's a well documented, but what does that mean? What's, you know, and I understand, you know, you're talking to someone that might not be as, you know, from a coding perspective, but when we keep saying it's quite easy, when we say it's easy to utilize, just can you give some more insight on that?
I would say it's well documented, right? So in other words, if you are from a software development background, you would not find it difficult to use. That's why we say well documented, because everything is there. There are examples. It's quick for you to get up and running with it. So if you have a software development background, it's definitely easy to use. You know, you can get started up very quickly.
Yes. Yeah, and again, I see it with a lot of our customers, as you say, who has their own resources. They pick it up and run within their own development team as well and make the system work for them. So yes.
Definitely.
Questions back to the panelists. If anyone has a question or anyone that would like to ask. Nothing from there. Brilliant. Romeo, anything from your side to conclude with?
Not really. Yeah. I think we've said all that we wanted to say. I don't know about you. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
We've just got, let me just quickly log on to the questions. You have my apologies. Good day, sir. You raised your hand. How may we assist you?
Hello.
Hi, sir.
This is Joshua. You can hear me?
Yes, Joshua.
Yes. The questions that I was asking about, I'm asking about the last mile delivery module. Does it come with customizable fields, or like in a form such that a customer can customize it to meet their own specific operations? For example, I have a customer who does delivery of goods with crates, and they would want also to monitor the number of crates delivered per order, the number of crates that have been left with the customer, the number of crates is picked back, and he just needs the number, not monitoring, just the number. You've dropped to customer A the goods and left 20 crates with the customer. Something, all status. You can you have the order flow status, you have partial delivery, full, rejected, or returns with a reason, such that a customer can define their own delivery status.
Hi, Joshua. So yes, that is possible, right? So you can basically set up a particular product type, right?
Yeah.
You can also say that these are the statuses that you want in terms of setting up the order and creating the order.
Yes.
So you can reject an order, and you can sort of give it custom statuses. We can also create custom forms in Device Magic, right? So that we collect whichever data you really want to collect.
Okay.
So it is customizable, yes.
And then when you take a photo, let's say during delivery, is it possible to timestamp it together with the coordinates?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Joshua, for your questions. That was very well asked. Thank you. And again, just showing the power of the system. It's very customizable, as Romeo has said on there. Any other questions? Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a recorded webinar, so it will be available on request, and we will be sending it out. A big thank you to Romeo for taking the time to join us and for your presentation, and a big thank you to everybody that joined us. Have a good day, and we will be chatting soon again. Thank you very much.